According to his colleagues, one of the most prolific volunteer test subjects for Projects Gemini and Apollo was Jack Mays. Mays came to work at the Manned Spacecraft Center in 1962 as a restraint system manager. Tom Wilkes, fellow Crew Systems Division employee, volunteer test subject, and brother-in-law to Jack Mays, remembers that Mays had volunteered to be a test subject even before NASA completed construction of its Houston headquarters.
NASA had leased buildings in Houston to start their operations, and one of them was a life support building. He was a test subject even before NASA was completed. He really picked up on everything about what was going on, the testing requirements. He volunteered as soon as he knew about the program. He was maybe the first. I'm talking about it, MSC only, not total NASA. But he was among the first, if he wasn't the first. When I talked to him many times over the years, he gave me the impression that he was the first, and at least in our facility, our Building 7 facility. And at some point, he and Michael Collins, the astronaut, worked together on certain projects and became a good rapport with the astronaut. They trusted his judgment, they trusted his comments and his participation as a test subject, and they learned very quickly that he had a good grasp on the whole space program, especially life support, which is what Crew Systems is all about. And over the years, he did about every test. We're talking zero-G flights. He did centrifuge work and a lot of chamber work. He was testing different contractors' suits. He was testing one of the suits. You had to do certain things in the limb, bending around certain consoles and equipment. And in the process, he's pressurized, but the bending and everything puts extra pressure on certain parts of the suit. And in one of the suits, the helmet blew off when he was bending around. Luckily, it didn't hurt him. But that was, of course, that suit failed miserably. You can't have the helmet blowing off.
By 1968, Mays had been promoted to test director. Here, fellow test director, test subject, race car enthusiast, and close friend Jim LeBlanc remembers Jack Mays.
Jack was the kind of guy who never met a stranger. He knew a lot of people. When I first came to work at NASA, the first thing they did was take me around and show me the facilities. And one of the first people they introduced me to was Jack. When I had my little accident in the chamber, Jack was supposed to be the test subject. After the chamber run, I went over there because we usually got together and worked on stuff. He said, "Well, how'd the run go today?" I said, "Well, not too good." So I told him about it. He said, "Well, gee, why didn't they keep you under observation or something?" He wouldn't let me go home. He made me sleep on his couch overnight to make sure nothing unusual happened. So that was the kind of guy he was.
So prolific was Jack Mays as a volunteer test subject that NASA had made a spacesuit specifically for him. It was as a volunteer test subject that he became the model for Norman Rockwell's iconic 1966 painting, Man's First Step on the Moon. And when he passed away on December 13, 2016, flags at the Johnson Space Center were lowered to half-mast in his honor.